Hello everyone, it's the Afro Avenger here. Last year I had a series called In My Opinion where basically I would talk about things that I thought were important to me in terms of music, and I kind of stopped doing that and I wanted to reinvigorate that series again. So I'm going to bring to you all this video. I hope you all enjoy. A lot of times you're listening to music on the internet and you look through comments saying things like, this isn't real, enter whatever genre here, or this isn't real music. To be honest, it kind of bugs me. Music is music, it's so subjective, and there really is no such thing as real or fake music. So why do people say these kinds of things then? Simple. Elitist/superior mentality. Some people believe that what they listen to is the best music in the whole world, and anything other than what they listen to is complete garbage. This is huge within the metal community, the hip-hop community, and the punk community especially. Other genres don't seem to have as much of a problem with it as these three do, but it's definitely creeping up within the country community and the EDM community as well. Let's start with metal, just to make an example. When it comes to bands like Slipknot, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, and so on, many of those who are self-proclaimed metalheads will say that these bands aren't real metal, and will proclaim such bands like Slayer, Megadeth, Motorhead, Opeth, whatever, as real metal. I'll be using these air quotes a lot probably. This actually comes down more to the subgenre. Those who are into thrash metal, black metal, doom metal, symphonic metal, what have you, will quite often look down upon subgenres like nu metal, as a lot of metalheads don't see hip-hop as a very artistic genre, and trying to blend it with metal is a sin to them. Also metalcore and deathcore, two genres that blend metal with punk, which usually results in whiny teenagers trying to be metal. And even something like glam metal, which with the musicians dressing very androgynously. Now, with hip-hop, you have a lot, and I mean a lot, of rappers that are just plain fake, rapping about how they're so hood and that they're trapping and all this stuff, yet they don't live that life. They pretend to not be able to speak properly in their songs, but during interviews they talk with impeccable grammar. Or they talk about coming from a rough background when in reality they grew up in a stable home with loving parents. Rappers that come to mind that encompass some of these traits are Tyga, Plies, Rick Ross, and Drake. That's a small list out of the many that there are, but as we all know, rappers like to exaggerate in their music. That's what the majority of their music is based around, exaggerating their lives to make them sound more interesting. However, in doing this, they sacrifice a whole lot of credibility when it's revealed what their true upbringing was like. Now, in the case of real hip-hop, many hip-hop heads will say that people like Pitbull, Flo Rida, will.i.am, and just Black Eyed Peas as a whole, Riff Raff, Vanilla Ice, and more recently Iggy Azalea aren't real hip-hop. Why? Because they don't make the same kind of hip-hop as artists like A$AP Rocky, like Joey Badass, Kendrick Lamar, Logic, Action Bronson, and other rappers that are highly regarded and critically praised for not only their musical output, but their lyricism, their production values, and their realness. They're not pretending to be something that they aren't, like Iggy is, like Plies is, like Tyga is. And they don't make pop rap like Pitbull does, like Flo Rida does, like the Black Eyed Peas do. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people in the hip-hop community don't take these artists seriously. They're claiming to be rappers, but they're mixing catchy pop hooks with their sound and making songs about going to the club, dancing, having sex, getting high, big rims, cars, etc., so that they'll get radio airplay, as opposed to the rappers who talk about life experiences, their past with dealing drugs, being in gangs, the stuff that doesn't sell as much. So, the question is, does that mean that it's not real hip-hop? Of course it doesn't. Hip-hop is a broad genre. Any genre is a broad genre until you start going into the subgenres. Even then it's still quite broad. In hip-hop you have alternative hip-hop, gangster rap, cloud rap, trip-hop, horrorcore, pop rap, crunk, trap, rap rock, jazz rap, G-funk, mafioso rap, glitch hop, so many different styles and subgenres that it's nearly impossible to say that anything isn't real hip-hop. While we may not like certain artists, for example, I can't stand Iggy Azalea, I still accept the fact that she is within the hip-hop realm. She makes pop rap songs that will be played on the radio. So, would it be fair to say that someone like Casey Veggies isn't real hip-hop simply because he does alternative hip-hop and isn't as popular or as well known as someone like Iggy? Absolutely not. I could go on like this with all different kinds of genres. A lot of people don't think that bands like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, 5 Seconds of Summer, Bowling for Soup, The Plain White T's, or the All-American Rejects are real punk simply because they're not artists or bands like the Ramones, The Clash, Patti Smith, The Buzzcocks, Susie and the Banshees, The Sex Pistols, Misfits, Dead Kennedys, Black Flag, NoFX, and so on. Basically, if they don't sound as hardcore as the Sex Pistols, then they're not true punk, because punk is all about being hardcore and rebellious, right? Not about pizza or hanging out with friends or wanting to leave your hometown. But you have subgenres of punk like pop punk, metalcore, hardcore, post-hardcore, proto-punk, garage punk, glam punk, skate punk, and everyone's favorite, Riot Girl. So what makes Fall Out Boy any less punk than Green Day? Some people even say that Green Day, of all bands, isn't real punk. But what do you all think? If a band or an artist doesn't have the original traits of a genre, does that mean that they're not really that genre? If Tame Impala is a psychedelic rock project that uses a lot of synthesized instrumentals, does that mean that they're any less psychedelic rock than the Grateful Dead, or Quicksilver Messenger Service, or the Yardbirds? These, of course, are all just examples, but I'm curious to see what you all think of this topic. I hear this phrase thrown around a lot on the internet, and I think it's actually really dumb. Like I said in the beginning, music is subjective, and it can be whatever the listener wants it to be. We don't need elitists telling us what they believe is true this or that, so tell me what you all think. Well, that does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy and want more videos like this one, please hit that like button and also subscribe if you want to see more videos of me in general. And also, if there's a song or an album that you want to see reviewed on this channel for my album review series, then leave a comment down below or check out my Facebook or my Twitter. The links are in the description. But I'll see you all in the next video. So long.